What's going on, YouTubers, for ladies and gentlemen? It's the Natural Born Thriller, and welcome everyone to All Elite Wrestling Review, the show from August 18th, 2021. They were at we're changed to AEW Dynamite. We're just giving you this AEW Dynamite results. They were in Houston, Texas, at the Fertitta Center. I don't know if that's how I pronounce it, but I try my best to do so. But your commentators were Gulo Gerard, Jim Ross, Excalibur, and Tony Schiavone. And the opening match, well, actually, maybe first start with this. Dynamite opened up with Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston heading to the ring with a thunderous ovation, by the way, from the people in Texas. And by the way, Alex, just Alex on YouTube. He was at that show, by the way, and he enjoyed himself with, and I'm pretty sure everyone else on, there obviously enjoyed the show too. But after getting this thunderous ovation, 2.0 and Daniel Garcia attacks both of them with pipe, with a pipe. They beat up Eddie Kingston and Jon Moxley down, as they get into the ring. Parker, Matt, not Matt. Can't remember which guys it is. Oh yeah, Parker is the one who's not the one who's I think he's the blonde hair one. But he screams that they just took out Sting and Darby Allin's boys, and all of a sudden Sting and Darby Allin comes out because that's supposed to be the match. The opening match here was the Texas Tornado match between Sting and Darby Allin versus 2.0 with Daniel Garcia at ringside. So the match didn't start until Sting came out. Darby Allin up here, with Sting. Match never actually became official because they started fighting and everything. That's the thing about the other match. Oh, actually, I was thinking about the other match. So the match actually did start with Sting and Darby Allin, hitting stereo Stinger Splashes to 2.0. And the fight spilled on the outside into the crowd. They start fighting, concession stand. Daniel Garcia started helping out, 2.0, to a point where, Darby Allin took care of 2.0 by diving onto on them and also on, Daniel Garcia, because Sting was being outnumbered at one point. And Kingston comes back out and takes Daniel Garcia away from them as Sting and Darby Allin continue on wrestling against 2.0, the former Ever Rising from NXT. Which I'll get to more than why after this match, though, folks. So something I need to talk about those two. Sting, tries to fight back, but 2.0, with numbers getting on them, and all of a sudden, Darby Allin, I remember Darby Allin was bleeding. He was probably bleeding, during the time where he was somewhere in the, from the concession stand, as the match was started. It wasn't that bad though, but you could tell he was bleeding. So Sting is trying to fight 2.0 and everything, right? 2.0, had a tail sip in the ring, and actually I don't remember if Darby Allin introduced the table or it was 2.0, but either way, a table was out there in the ring, and Sting was put through a table by 2.0 with a power bomb, a double power bomb to Sting through the table. I think myself, I'm not sure about that. After what happened with Sting back in 2015, I'm not sure he should be taking that type of bump. So he goes to the table, and either way, it looked good. All of a sudden, Sting pops right back up, and I'm like, what the hell? Now in anger though. I was marking now because this is vintage Sting here. This is old school Sting. This is classic Sting. Sting just pops right back up. Basically, to what 2.0 here, they just did here. They woke in the beast of the icon Sting, pounding his chest, screaming, and Darby Allin comes out of nowhere, taking, giving him a double drop kick, knocking the Sting, basically knocking 2.0 right to Sting, as he gets them both Scorpion Death drops, and then gets them both in Scorpion Death locks, and it looked good. Sting looked good, taking the power bomb, and then come back up and gain the adrenaline, and then going for the double Scorpion Death drop. Never seen that done before, and it looked good. go for a double Scorpion Death Lock by Sting. Something that Sting never done before. Looked good, and he won. So yeah, Sting and Darby Allin got the win, and the crowd loved it. I loved it. Oh my god, it was great. Now, back to 2.0. 2.0 are all elite. I heard reports about it that 2.0 has signed with AEW. It was not just a tryout with them, but it was also to see if they were to test them to see if they were good enough to be on AEW. And I'm pretty sure Daniel Garcia is part of it too. Otherwise, why will he be there? Now I don't remember if Daniel Garcia was one of those guys that was released by WWE as well at the time. Maybe he had a different name. I don't know. Maybe, who knows? But either way, they're here now. They're all elite. They're part of the team, and I could be more happy for those guys. 2.0, they're gonna be something to look at. Something that WWE never capitalized or pretends to them being ever rise in NXT, and it's their loss, and it's AEW's game. And I believe that 2.0, I see some potential in 2.0, but I see more potential in Daniel Garcia. Definitely see something there. For all three of those guys. Hey, maybe they call themselves a 3.0. Who knows? We'll see. But yeah, but either way, that was a great opener of the show. Before the show though, earlier on that day, Sammy Guevara was with his girlfriend. I already forgot her name. I should know her name too, but Pamela. Yeah, Pamela. There you go. Her name is Pamela. Because I watched the vlogs of Sammy Guevara, which are very entertaining. I watch that more than I watch BTE now. For many reasons. But I digress. But Sammy Guevara says, basically he had an amazing announcement to make. And this was the major announcement. As soon as I saw that whole thing with Pamela in the ring, I'm like, he's going to propose. And sure enough, that's what it was. He proposed to her, and it was great. It was during dark, by the way. A dark taping, so we go backstage, we see Shawn Spears and Tully Blanchard making fun of Sammy Guevara proposing to his girlfriend. And Shawn Spears, who's married to, Cassie Lee, the former Peyton Royce. He says that he'll make Sammy Guevara's girlfriend a member of the Pinnacle for one night only and let her be on top for once. Moving on to the match, the Spanish God, Sammy Guevara, who had his girlfriend Pamela, in the crowd, front row, versus the chairman of the Pinnacle, Shawn Spears, being accompanied by Tully Blanchard. Match happened. It ends up being pretty decent match. Tully Blanchard at one point got kicked out because he got involved. Now before match started, by the way, Sammy Guevara went after. Sammy Guevara and Shawn Spears started fighting before the match started. That's when we had Tully Blanchard getting involved, and Spike. Power driver on the outside, and then got him in the ring, and that's when the match officially started. And then from there, that's when we were off to the races. And then Shawn Spears and Tully Blanchard tried to go for that again, only for him to get kicked out by Aubrey Edwards. Tully Blanchard wasn't having any of it, but then he ends up getting kicked out either way, because if he didn't leave, then Shawn Spears would have lost. Either way, he still lost, but we'll get to that. But Sammy Guevara had some good moments in this match. Obviously, Shawn Spears had some good moments too. But Shawn Spears was basically the star of this match. And Shawn Spears went for his... well, first you had Shawn Spears going for the C4 off the top rope onto Sammy Guevara, but Sammy Guevara kicks out. Then tried to go for the C4 onto the guardrail. That was bridge between the guardrail and the apron, the ring apron, which I didn't see that part. I'm pretty sure it happened during picture, but I didn't pay attention to picture in picture. But it was set up there for Sammy Guevara to be put through it. But Sammy Guevara counter, and then he goes for a super kick, and then goes for his own Death Valley driver onto Shawn Spears on the barricade, the steel bar barricade, whatever, and it bent it by the way, and it looked good. Then he goes for the 630 splash. But Shawn Spears kicks out of it. Like, what? That's not the end of the match. So also Shawn Spears is trying to get back up. Sammy Guevara puts on his knee pad to expose his naked knee there, and gets some knee strikes to Shawn Spears to the temple of the head, which that opened up Shawn Spears nasty. he started bleeding everywhere. And then in the end, the GTH by Sammy Guevara, which is basically the feast your eyes. Like it's kind of like the GTS, but Sammy Guevara got the win, which I expected either way. After the match, Sammy Guevara meant to say, and Pamela was kissing in front row. It was great. And that was it. And yeah, and that's the end of that feud between Sammy Guevara and Shawn Spears of Returns to Pinnacle versus the Inner Circle. So. You could say the same thing with Wardlow and Jake Hager. Returns to Jake Hager winning that feud. And now, as far as FTR and Proud and Powerful, that's going to continue on because of an unfortunate injury that Cash Wheeler suffered during that match with FTR. That FTR had, with Proud and Powerful. So, and again, Sammy Guevara getting the win over Shawn Spears. So there you go. All we need now is to let's get to the final labrum, which we'll get to when we get to it. But Tony Schiavone, he interviews Christian Cage, but Don Callis interrupts, talking about being one to give Christian Cage his first shot in wrestling, saying that Christian Cage that he's happy for Christian Cage to get a shot against Kenny Omega at All Out, but he's going to put him to sleep with the One Winged Angel, but he'll get the 5-star match that he always wanted. And then he makes fun of Christian Cage's age and all that. And Christian Cage says to Don Callis that he's trying to get into his head and all that, but it's obviously it's obvious that he's in the head of Kenny Omega, and Kenny Omega is terrified of Christian Cage that he took away one of the belts away from him, and he's going to do the same thing with the AEW title belt at All Out, and calls Don Callis a carny piece of shit again, as he always been. And there you go. Not much to say about that. A video package highlighting the performance of Dante Martin, and Dante Martin's current promo pertains to that he took Kenny Omega to the limit, and his name is one that everyone will know soon. In Dante Martin, good promo there from Dante Martin, or at least decent. It was showcase of him, and also showcase of what he did in that 6-man tag match that happened with the Elite versus Dante Martin and the Max Sado tag team. So yeah, there you go. Oh my god. Dan Lambert, he brought back up of the American Top Team. He brought alongside with him Andrade Arlovsky, guys like that, and a former UFC champion. Well, two of them were former UFC champions, but one of them is Junior Dos Santos, and again, the other guy is Andrade Arlovsky, something like that. I don't know. Again, I don't know. But yeah, you got two American, but they're also part of the American Top Team, and basically Dan Lambert cuts a promo about how AEW is the cancel culture train, trying to silence him by having Lance Archer attack him last time. Yeah, that was the idea. He said that they did that knowing that none of his UFC contacted fighters would be able to help him, but he says that one phone call to Dana White fixed that. As I already mentioned about the two former UFC champions are there, and he says he dares anyone in AEW to come out and face them. Now think about what he said there. Dan Lambert dares anyone from AEW to come out and face them. Remember that. So Dan Lambert cuts promo again, which is the AEW fans, and makes fun of them of saying that AEW is not the answer for pro wrestling, for professional wrestling. He says that they have a roster full of loudmouth wannabe tough guys that couldn't wrestle their way out of a paper bag. Says that wrestling fans in AEW are only there because they have nothing else to do other than come to AEW or sit in their mama's basement looking up really creepy shit on dark web. And as he's cutting this promo, he was all fired up. He was screaming on top of his lungs and all that. I loved it. I was actually loving it. So then we get Lance Archer coming out to confront American Top Team. And as he's coming out there to go after them. Now keep in mind, remember the whole thing where Dan Lambert said he dares anyone in AEW to come out and face him when Lance Archer joined them. And then we saw some other guys coming out as well from behind, attacking Lance Archer and this Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page. I don't understand this. I don't get this. They attacked Lance Archer, and Lance Archer trying to fight back, but there was no avail. It was a numbers game because two guys beating up on Lance Archer, even though he's a Murdoch monster. But yet, they decided to have Lance Archer get beaten down by Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page, two guys from AEW, where they could have side along with Lance Archer to take out American Top Team. So what now? Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page are they gonna be part of American Top Team? Is that where we're going for right now? Is this where it's gonna lead to? Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page, potentially to quit AEW and join along American Top Team to go up against. Oh my God, that made no sense at all. It made no sense. And after it was over, with Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page beating up on Lance Archer, and it's going up on head out, and then Lance Archer, kneeling on one knee and all that, trying to get back up, and then he's like, he has said that like, basically, in the way he's like, they got me, like, what? No. That is unacceptable. First of all, he's the Murdoch monster. You just book him like he's a fucking chump by getting beat up by Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page, who barely wins their matches nowadays now in AEW. It was not even a brutal beatdown. That's what bugged me about this whole thing. It was not even a brutal beatdown. It was just boom, and it's not like they hit him with steel chairs or a steel pipe or whatever. It was none of that. It was just hands and a fist in their feet. And then that's Archer's saying that, oh man, they got me. They got to me. Like, what the fuck? You basically have him kneel in the feet and then Dan Lambert and the American Top Team are laughing at this whole thing. Oh my God, they did Lance Archer here wrong. You think it's bad enough that he lost the IWGP United Heavyweight title? I'm pretty sure it's not the fault of AEW. It was basically New Japan's way to get the belt off of Lance Archer to give it to Hiroshi Tanahashi. Which that review will come pretty soon, folks. Which is New Japan. Which I actually do not catching up with that review, but same time, like I'm very disappointed. Very disappointed how they booking Lance Archer here. He can't get a break. And where the hell is Jake Roberts, by the way? He's supposed to be there for Lance Archer, and he's not even there. I'm not trying to say he should get physical and help out Lance Archer, but still, ain't he supposed to be the manager for Lance Archer? So where is he? So yeah, I that was stupid. And I'm pretty sure we're gonna see more stupid shit there with AEW doing this whole thing with the American Top Team by having some other members of AEW apparently sign along with Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page with American Top Team to take out Lance Archer, because apparently, the rosters of AEW they agreed to what Dan Lambert said there. But that really irritated me. Oh, they got me. Oh, they got me. We go backstage, we see Chris Jericho. He cuts a promo, says that, MJF has thrown at him, everything that he can. Says that he paid the price for it. He says that he survived it all. Now he's finally getting the prize. One more shot at MJF. Says that everyone drop of blood was worth it. and he wanted, he want his music, or his truth effect to be sorry, I read it wrong. He wanted no music or truth effect because he has the momentum and the upper hand over on MJF, and says that the fans will sing on him to the ring. MJF can't stop that. Says that he finally is gonna get his revenge and will kick his bitchy little ass, and that was it. So yeah, and we'll get to that when we get to it. The main event, because we get to the AEW World Tag Team Championship match. The Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson, being accompanied by Don Callis, the Good Brothers, and Brandon Cutler versus Joker Express of Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy, being accompanied by Marcus Stunt. And I very pictures of the match because it's a Young Bucks match. Not just a Young Bucks match, but a Young Bucks that I am now getting sick and tired of seeing now. The way they're acting, the way they're carrying themselves, the way they are being goofballs, the way just and now they're basically to me they're the terrorizing the reign of terrorists of the tag team division by holding the tag team belts hostage from great tag teams like FTR, Proud and Powerful, Lucha Bros, Jurassic Express. I'm done with them. I'm sick and done. I'm done with them. And the other reason why is I don't. They're not just on the Young Bucks, but the rest of the Elite. Are the main reasons why I don't watch BTE on YouTube anymore. And by the way, Young Bucks won. You had a lot of things happening, like obviously constant interferences, which is fucking overkill. And that's what killed the match for me too, by the way. Not just because of Young Bucks, but because of the blatant constant distractions and interferences, and the fixed referee of Rick Knox, and then can't make a hitting Marcus Stone, who did nothing wrong, with a steel chair, and Christian Cage comes out to spear him and get him out of there for or whatever. I mean, you had some good spots in the match though by Drunken Express. Other than that, I mean Jurassic Express, meant to say. But other than that, I didn't care about the match. The match to me was a turbo book match, and the Young Bucks retained. After the match, the Elite dragged Christian Cage out to the ring to beat him down. Warming Angel onto Christian Cage. The Elite stands tall, and I didn't care. But here's what I did care about: Tony Schiavone interviews Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, the AEW Women's World Champion, being who's also there with Rebel, and Jamie Hayter. So Britt Baker, who's backstage, like I said, with Jamie Hayter and Rebel, says that Jamie Hayter, is her new enforcer and her new problem solver. Basically, Jamie Hayter is the new Tyson Tonko that Christian had in WWE. Because remember, Tyson Tonko was the problem solver in WWE when Christian Cage brought him in. At the time he was just called Christian. That was back in 2004, by the way. Yeah, 2004. But she says that Red Velvet played dirty, but she also played dumb by asking Christiana to have her back, and then also let me get Jamie Hayter starts going on promo. She says that she and Britt Baker go way back when her friend asked her to come in and help her sort out all of the silly girls, the silly little girls, I should say, in the back. And basically, and the answer was easy. Jamie Hayter challenges Red Velvet to a match on the next Dynamite show, and and that's what we're gonna get. And the promo she cut, it was pretty good. I love the promo that Jamie Hayter cut, and she looks intimidating. She looks striking, and she's a lot better than she was before. And there you go. And after the interview, Dr. Britt Baker does the whole thing where DMD, Tony Schiavone does it, Rebel does it, except Jimmy Hayter didn't do it. And then Britt Baker realized that and like she'll get it next time. So maybe she will get it next time. We'll see. A bill package with the beef of the Hardy family office and best friends, and I didn't care. Moving on. Oh god, there's no way. That also that was let down here too. Paul White comes out, being interviewed by Tony Schiavone, and Paul White says that well, first of all, Tony Schiavone says thank you to Paul White for coming to him and his son's aid, which again that was terrible. And then Paul White starts talking. He says it felt amazing to get back in the ring. Says that he has a huge announcement to make. Also, QT Marshall comes out with the factory, which is Aaron Solo and Nick Camarado, and still no Anthony Ogogo for whatever reason. QT Marshall taunts Paul White of his age and says that AEW, they don't say things to AMP of the fans, just to let them let's just let them down. Paul White basically dares them, QT Marshall get in the ring, and then QT Marshall says, there's a reason why they hire you as an announcer and not a wrestler, because he brings up something about Paul White, what happened with him for the last 18 months, and he shows it's just QT Marshall showing photos of like an X-ray scan, Paul White of his hip, and then he shows Paul White hip and his kind of his bare ass, and like, why would they show that? What was that supposed to be something for us to laugh at, or or to laugh with? Cause I thought that was disturbing. Why was that even needed? It was like the whole thing what TNA did with Hulk Hogan with his back surgery stuff. Like, that was not even needed. I didn't want to see that. I didn't care to see that. And I definitely didn't care to see that either with Paul White. I'm not saying that it looked terrible with Paul White, but it's an official that we did not want to see. Paul White says though to QT Marshall, he is making things up and not starting he basically starting to upset him a little bit. QT Marshall was looking detach a little bit, whatever. Well, I'm sorry. I should have said this. I should have said this before. I mentioned the whole thing about the Paul White surgery and the X-ray stuff. Paul White said, you make things up, and you're starting to get me upset a little bit. And then that's when QT Marshall starts showing the everything that he showed, the photos of Paul White, and that's what Paul White says, Marshall, if you really thought that was a good idea to show that, the picture and all that, and ask Marshall think that will limit him. Says that for someone that claims to be in the known, he doesn't know jack shit, and says that he discussed Tony Khan that he's gonna have a match, and he's gonna get in the ring at All Out against QT Marshall. And I say to myself, oh no, nobody asked for this. If you want to do this on Dynamite or maybe on Rampage, hell, you can even do it on Dark Elevations. I don't care. Why on the pay-per-view? Hell, you could have easily done it on the buy-in. Not even that, I wouldn't care to watch this match. Why on the pay-per-view? Why are you forcing your audience to watch a match that we don't care to see? I don't get it. I don't get why we got to see this match. I don't get why this is even happening. Why is this happening? Why do we care about this? I don't mind seeing Paul White back in the ring. I don't. I really don't mind that. But this is how you're gonna do it. This is your way to get Paul White in the match by having a match against QT Marshall, and that's why you did this whole thing with QT Marshall going after Tony Schiavone, because Paul White and Tony Schiavone are very good friends, and obviously they've been doing this stuff on dark shows as well, on Dark Elevations and everything. But I don't care to see it. But it's gonna happen though. So what can you do? Jay Cargill and Mark Sterling, they talk about Kiera Hogan. And as soon as I saw they were talking about Kiera Hogan, I'm like, oh yes. So like, what's this about? And basically, they talk about how Miro went up against Figure del Sol, and he earned, not only he lost the match, but he also had a good match with Miro, but earned himself a contract either way. And Jade Cargill said she wants to do the same thing with Kiera Hogan here. Now I doubt that Kiera Hogan's gonna get a contract out of this, but basically what she's saying here, she want why should basically what Jade Cargill was saying here is that why should Miro have all the fun here? Let someone else get another chance. So Jade Cargill's gonna get that chance to face someone like a Kiera Hogan who's not signed with AEW, and Kiera Hogan has not been winning her matches on Dark, obviously, because they're testing her to see what she can bring to the table. Which she does bring a lot to the table, which is why I'm so happy for her. I am so happy for Kiera Hogan for getting the fuck out of Impact Wrestling, and AEW is giving her the chance to be on the platform on AEW Rampage in Chicago, in front of a live big audience. Who knows how packed that's gonna be. I forgot the arena they're gonna be in. For Chicago, for that event of Chicago, but it's gonna be huge for Kiera Hogan though, and hopefully the crowds warm up to her. I really hope they do. I really hope they give her a nice ovation, or at least they'll know who she is, and they'll cheer her either way. I'm not expecting a big pop for her or anything, but finally Kiera Hogan is there, the hottest free agent, the hottest flame, the girl on fire. Does I love it. I just love it, man. She's getting the opportunity, and they show highlights of her wrestling against Hikaru Shida and Chris Standard on From Dark Elevations. I remember they show a little highlights of it too, where it seems to her being on Dark as well. But yeah, Kiera Hogan is finally going. Not only she's wrestling she's gonna be wrestling on TNT, wrestling for AEW Rampage on the First Dance. We'll potentially be seeing the return of in the pro wrestling world of CM Punk in Chicago. In front of a big crowd, and be watching by millions around the world on TV. So this is great for Kiera Hogan. What's not great for Kiera Hogan though is that she's gonna lose. that's what's gonna be the thing that's gonna irritate me. She's gonna lose because Jade Cargill ain't gonna lose. Jade Cargill's gonna win. Jade Cargill is the one as they're building up. She's a star in AEW. She's that B. So there's no way that Kiera Hogan's gonna win against Jade Cargill. I don't see that. But I expect this match to be good. I hope this match to be good. Like Kiera Hogan versus Camille. The match I saw Camille and Kiera Hogan had on YouTube, it was good. And I want to see the same thing here with Jade Cargill versus Kiera Hogan here. So either way, I'm happy for Kiera Hogan. So there you go. Tony Schiavone, he reveals that the Varsity Blondes, Lucha Bros, Jurassic Express, and Private Party will be in a mini tournament to face the Young Bucks at All Out in a steel cage match. Because Tony Schiavone was interviewing the Elite. I was dreading when that happened, by the way. But the announcement made was great though for Tony Schiavone. So basically, it's gonna be the Varsity Blondes versus I'm assuming that's what they said here. The Varsity Blondes versus Jurassic Express, Lucha Bros versus Private Party, in this tournament where basically it's an eliminators tournament, where the winner of that tournament gets to face Young Bucks at All Out in a steel cage match. And spoiler alert, it's gonna be Jurassic Express. It's basically them getting a rematch from against Young Bucks. Speaking of which, didn't the Young Bucks and Jurassic Express had a match last year on All Out as well? I think they did. Yeah, actually they did. So how convenient it's gonna be when they go wrestle each other again, not All Out. This time it's in a steel cage. So, am I looking forward to it though? It's a Young Bucks match. And on top of that, you think a steel cage match, by the way, is gonna stop the interferences of the Elite? Taz walks and Hook, by the way, Taz and Hook. They welcome Ricky Starks, the FTW World Champion, Ricky Starks says that he wants to talk to Brian Cage right now, and he's waiting for Brian Cage to come out. All of a sudden, we see backstage, and we see Will Hobbs attack Brian Cage as he's trying to make his way to the stage. And all of a sudden, Brian Cage gets back up, and they start fighting back and forth. Powerhouse Hobbs, I should say, and Brian Cage. And then Ricky Starks like, well, cut it. He starts getting out and everything, and he starts going to the back man cinemas. So, huh? But what was the point of this? Taz came out there. He said a little bit of words. Hook was just standing there, doing this. Ricky Starks, starts a promo being charismatic and all, and looking charismatic. Brian Cage and Powerhouse Hobbs starts fighting. Ricky Starks, starts panicking. Cut it, or whatever. We had to go, and that was it. Tony Schiavone, he interviews Death Triangle. He talks to Pac about that he told Andrade any place, anytime, and there is no place better than the same place and the same pay-per-view where he beat Kenny Omega, which is the first All Out. Pac says that he's glad that Andrade grew a pair of balls and asked what chance of a man like Andrade stands a chance against a bastard like Pac. Pac. And also Andrade El Idolo comes up with Chavo Guerrero Jr. and Andrade El Idolo's assistant, who still doesn't say anything, but says that Pac, if basically that if Pac wants a match, that he needs to agree to his to his conditions. And Chavo Guerrero hands him a stack of papers to which is the All Out contract, whatever. I'm sure that's what it was. And Chavo Guerrero says that even if Lucha Bros wins the tournament, they will never be champions without with a boss like Pac. So there you go. And that was it. Not much to say about that. But I'm looking forward to the match though between Pac and Andrade El Idolo. That's gonna be a great match, by the way. Hold on a second, folks. Drop something here. Alright. Now, Thunder Rosa versus the Bad Girl, or the Super Bad Girl, Penelope Ford. Penelope Ford was not wearing her wrestling gear. Instead, she was wearing her leather pants with leather high boots and a sexy bodysuit, with the basically like a tank top type of way, but it's black and all. And I say to myself, well, if that's gonna be her thing, I think it's great, and she looks sexy with that too. But at the same time, she sucked in this match. She was lost in some places. She did not look good at all in this match against Thunder Rosa, other than a few things she did here. But other than that, she was garbage in this match. I don't know what's been going on with Penelope Ford since returning to the ring, but she's been garbage ever since coming back into the ring. And the outfit that she was wearing on that night did not help at all. I mean, it was good to see her in that outfit too. Sexy as hell, hot as hell. But Thunder Rosa basically beat her in this match. So there you go. We see a footage of Malachi Black returns to his run in AEW, and then returns to a match that's been promoted that Malachi Black is going to be facing Brock Anderson, because Brock Anderson wants this match. He called for this match. He wants to challenge Malachi Black to a match after we did to Arn Anderson, his dad. Returns to him making his debut back at on Road Rager of Dynamite. So then we pan to Tony Schiavone, who interviews Arn Anderson, and you got his son Brock Anderson there as well. Arn Anderson reveals that his son will face Malachi Black, but he appreciates he wanted to get revenge, but he doesn't want him to get hurt and all. And Brock Anderson says he's not. He says he isn't asking for Arn's permission on that, blah blah blah, and that was it. Not much to say about that. So, but yeah, but the match is gonna happen though, and that's gonna probably be the end of Brock Anderson's career. Fight me. Hey, Hey, maybe that's what Brock Anderson did. He went to knock on the door of Malachi Black, and he picked a fight with him. So Malachi Black, with the whole thing where, who wants to fight me next? Come knock on my door and pick a fight with me. And then Brock Anderson knock on the door, and he says, I'll fight you for what you did to my dad. Then fight me. Fight me. Fight me. Yeah, that's what happened. Fight me. Anyways, fight me. But Miro's cuts a promo about fight me. Not just kidding. He cuts a promo about killing Frigadoso. Says that Frigadoso didn't even earn his contract and will never be forgotten. Never be forgiven, I should say. And he's challenging Eddie Kingston to a match, which I'm pretty sure is gonna happen at All Out. That'll be awesome. Eddie Kingston getting a shot for the TNT title again, like he did last time against Cody Rhodes. And it's gonna go up against Miro this time. So yeah, we're gonna see Miro and Eddie Kingston having a match, which I think is great. Jon Moxley, he is pissed off backstage. Says that everyone wants to show up in AEW from everywhere, and they think it's easy to run things in there. He makes fun of the Elite and says that he walked through Christian, pretends to he should have retired, as and everyone else in AEW. He waved the flag for AEW through on circumstance times and empty buildings, and now everyone wants a piece of him. He needs to send a message about who is still on top of AEW, and if Daniel Garcia wants a taste of the main event, which is going to happen at AEW's Rampage at the First Dance in Chicago, he will give him a taste of it Friday, like I said, on Dynamite. On Rampage. Moxley says that Garcia needs to ask him if this is really what he wants before he gets in the ring with him, because the doctor at ringside is for his safety, but that isn't of his concern. And that was it. So yeah, I'm proud for I'm proud for Kiera Hogan to wrestle on Rampage in front of a big crowd. But also proud of Daniel Garcia, who's going to be wrestling in front of a big crowd, and in the main event, none to say, against a main event player, and Jon Moxley. So, AEW is kicking ass in pro wrestling. I'm not saying they can everyone's ass in pro wrestling promotions. New Japan's doing their thing. But they are kicking ass of Impact Wrestling though. They're kicking ass of Ring of Honor. They're kicking ass of MLW, sort of. They've been kicking ass of NWA, and they're especially kicking ass of AEW, because AEW are a competition. Despite and see now old out of touch man saying that they're not competition. But there you go. But that was an awesome promo there from Jon Moxley. He was fired up and all that. It was good. Main event time: Chris Jericho versus MJF, the final labor of Jericho. MJF comes out and all that, blah blah blah. Moves theme music and all. And then Chris Jericho comes out with no theme music on at all. And you got the crowd singing along Judas, which was great. It was awesome. Jericho had these fans in the palm of their hands singing along the song without the music of Fozzy, Judas. It was a cappella style. These crowds, oh my god, they were on fire on this show. And the main event already showed and proved otherwise. MJF was losing his mind, by the way, after that. So the match happens. And also in this match too, if Jericho misses the Judas effect, that he would lose. So the match happens, and it was a good match. I think Jericho held his own here, despite of him not being looking good as of late. But I thought he looked good in this match against MJF. Now you have a point where MJF tried to use the ring to cheat. Now basically go to the end here, and RP Edwards stops him, and Jericho uses a baseball bat as RP Edwards is throwing putting the ring away, and Jericho goes from the juice effect, right? And you have RP Edwards still looking, to put away the ring. Basically, she had a back turn, so Jericho could easily miss the juice effect there. Instead, he like, oh no, I can't miss it. And all of a sudden, MJF, I can't remember what MJF did. I don't think he did a low blow. In fact, let me see right here. Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah. So because Jericho can't do the Juice Effect, MJF used the Juice Effect onto Jericho, and then he goes for the Salt of the Earth, which is the Fujiwara armbar. And Jericho tried to get out of it, right? And but no avail. As MJF rolls right back into it, for the Salt of the Earth, and the Jericho taps out, and MJF wins, which means, and basically, it was a clean win here by MJF. Because think about it, MJF never missed the AEW Diamond ring. And Jericho obviously cheated, missing the baseball bat. And at the end of the day, MJF beat him clean. And I think that's the end of the feud. That should be the end of the feud, I should say. Because that was it for Jericho. That was only Jericho revenge that he needed against MJF to beat MJF, and he didn't. Which I'm glad he didn't win either way, because MJF should not be losing at all against Jericho, because it's about building up MJF here, not Jericho. Jericho's time is up at the end of the day. It's great that what Jericho did for AEW coming in for 2019, but all pushes for Jericho must come to an end, and MJF's pushes needs to be on the rising, and MJF is a guy that it's going to be focused a lot more in the future for AEW. He is the future of AEW. Along guys, with Darby Allin, Sammy Guevara, Thunder, I won't say Thunder Rosa because she's mid-30s, but you got Chris Stanlander, Red Velvet, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, Riho, Hikaru Shida, and possibly maybe a Kiera Hogan if she signs, with AEW. If AEW considers to sign her. Diamante, which they need to do a lot more with her on Dynamite and on Rampage, instead of having her on Dark Elevations. But you got Dante Martin, Jungle Boy. Trying to think of who else. Oh yeah, Lee Johnson. Now you got Figure Del Sol. You got Brian Pillman Jr. and Griff Garrison. You got basically the Varsity Blondes. Julia Hart. They're the ones they need to focus a lot more. And unfortunately, Matt Caster's pushes has been is on the hold because of what he said. So it's whatever. But those guys, and you got guys like 2.0, the tag team. You got Private Party are also there as well, but they lost a lot of steam because they were Matt Hardy. I don't see how anything that Matt Hardy did with Private Party has helped them at all. Daniel Garcia, and possibly maybe someone coming into AEW if his deals if he decides to end his deal once and for all after SummerSlam's up is over. Well, we'll see. But then again, he's got wrestle on Takeover, which is on Sunday. But yeah, either way, MJF is the guy they need to focus on a lot more. And Wardlow, by the way, I can't forget him either. Wardlow is an up-and-comer as well. But there you go. I see MJF being a champion in the future, and I see MJF being the guy to carry this company. Especially with him being a heel, he's a natural at it, by the way. A natural. So there you go. So yeah, I'm glad the feud's over. I'm glad it's not happening all out. Hopefully that's the end of it. But then again, you got Paul White and QT Marshall on all out. So basically, we still got a punishment. Well, in my point of view, we still getting a punishment on all out, and the punishment is Paul White versus QT Marshall. Who asked for that? Alright, so that will do it for AEW Dynamite from August 18th, 2021. told my wrestling with 5 matches. And my overall strength for the show, do I remember giving an AEW Rampage show, the debut one, an 8 out of 10? If I didn't, then I'm saying right here, if I forgot to give it overall rating. But as far as Dynamite from August 18, 2021, I was going to give it 8 out of 10, but I decided to just give it a 7.5 out of 10. But it's still a good show, though. It was still a good show. And now all we got to look forward to now is AEW Rampage, the first dance in Chicago at the, what was it called, the Airway Center? I gotta look it up, by the way. Where's that show going to be at? For Rampage. Yo, let me look it right now. The first dance. Okay, here. Okay, the United Center. The United Center in Chicago, Illinois. But that's the location though. That's not the venue. Maybe look up the venue. Because that was when I was trying to figure out what it was. Oh yeah, the United Center. The United Center in Chicago, Illinois. Wait, did I say that right first? Oh yeah, okay, I did. It's United Center. Okay, United Center, Chicago, Illinois. So United Center is the venue, that's located in Chicago. But I'm pretty sure that's also I'm pretty sure. Let me see. Let me just click on that too, by the way. Okay, yeah, it is the venue. It is a venue. Yeah, so it's a venue, an indoor venue, at near west side of Chicago, Illinois. So, and it is the home of the Chicago Bulls of the National Basketball League, NBA. So there you go. The first dance for AEW Rampage, and obviously it's gonna be focused on the debut in AEW and the return into professional wrestling. 7 years absent, 7-year hiatus of the best in the world, the cult of personality, the straight edge superstar, the straight edge wrestler, the straight edge hardcore, and the straight edge cultist, the straight edge leader, the leader of the straight edge society, the leader of what was once called the New Nexus, CM Punk. He is Chicago made and cannot wait. Now, unfortunately, I won't be able to watch it. I'll be working, but hopefully, I will try to find a way to watch it. While I'm working. I'm gonna try that. I gotta make sure I don't get caught though. But in the meantime, that's all, folks. I'm from here. So thank you for watching. For It's Natural Born Thriller saying peace on the streets. Y'all take care.